Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's Create Your Dream Business Now Academy, a one-of-a-kind live event where Jim will personally teach you how to market and grow a more profitable business faster, even in a crappy economy. During this event, Jim will reveal how to create $1 million platform on a shoestring budget. You'll learn how to generate a ton of content with ease, how to attract a steady stream of new customers, and you'll also network with other successful marketers and entrepreneurs. This not-to-be-missed event is May the 7th through the 9th in beautiful San Diego and will quite literally transform your business. Do not miss it. Get all the details and register today at www.dreambizacademy.com. www.dreambizacademy.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, your dream business coach. As always, I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. This is my first video on my brand new camera. Well, why'd you get a new camera, Jim? Because a week ago, I was in such a hurry, and it was such a beautiful spring day. I took my camera, set it on the tripod outside, plugged in my microphone, turned around to go stand here in the live shot, and boom, the whole thing tipped over, and this thing crashed to the ground. Completely smashed. The thing won't even turn on. It is gone. So I jumped online, got a new camera, and now I'm about a week behind, but it's okay. We're going to catch up here. You know, we are literally 3 weeks from Dream Business Academy. Just this past Friday, somebody in my coaching program asked me a question about live events and said, Jim, you go to a lot of live events, and by the way, I happened to teach somebody in my group, and they posted about it on our Facebook group about live events, having a strategy, how to maximize the benefit of what you do and the results you can get when you go to live events, because there are so many reasons to attend live events. So I went down just off the top of my head, and I came up with 10 things. So these are the top 10 things. And by the way, when I looked at this list, I said, I'll never get this out in 1 week's video. So I know ahead of time, right now as I start, this is going to be a 2-week video, a two-parter video series, the top 10 profit-boosting strategies from attending live events. So if you're ready to go, let's get right to number 1. So the first thing you want to do when you go to a live event is you want to have a mission. What is the reason I'm going there? What is the goal? Is it just to get out of my office, just to spend money, just to fly, hotel, and all that? No, not a good reason. But if there's something that you think you can learn, if there's somebody you think you can meet, even if it's one person, if you want to meet the speaker, maybe there's a celebrity speaker going to be on the stage, that would be an opportunity to meet them. It's always easier to meet them in a live event environment than it is trying to connect with them off the grid, so to speak. Maybe that's your reason. Maybe you're going to go because you want to learn how to create multiple streams of revenue and how to build $1 million platform on a shoestring budget. That would be my event. And maybe there's other things you can do. Maybe there's events you go to learn different types of marketing, direct response marketing. Maybe there's conferences for video, podcasting, social media, whatever it is. Pick your mission, have a goal, and a reason for going there. And just saying, okay, this event is going to be cool, I need some buffing up in this area. You want to have some specific goals and outcomes that you want to achieve for investing. By the way, the money, believe it or not, is the easy part. The hard part is giving up the time. So there's usually at least 1 day or 2 days of travel, a 2 or 3 day event. You're often giving up 4 or 5 days of really good productivity. So have a real goal. Why am I going? What do I want to have happen at this event? So that's number 1. Nugget number 2, seek to learn only 1, 2, or maybe 3 things. If you go there and you want to fill up a notebook of notes, if every speaker that goes up there, you're writing feverishly, page after page, coming home with a notebook full of pages is not a good idea, and I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, if you're writing that feverishly, you are missing something. First of all, you're probably missing some of the good stuff the speaker's saying, even though you're writing it down because you're not focused. You're missing what's going on around you. Maybe there's questions being asked. Maybe there's just things going on in the room that you should be observing and listening and just taking in and absorbing. Writing feverishly for 8 hours a day for 3 days is not a good strategy. What you're looking for are some nuggets. You're looking for 1, 2, 2, and if you're really a massive implementer, maybe 3 things that you can implement. Now, I often come home with a couple pages of notes, but at the end of the day, I'll kind of reread my notes and say, here's one thing I'll do, here's another, and maybe there are 2 or 3 or 4 things per day. But then there's another strategy. I'm going to tell you about that in 1 second. Okay, nugget number 3 in my top 10 profit boosting strategies for attending live events is be aware of the clock. Time is short. It's going to go by quickly. And what you want to do is you want to become aware of time zappers. Time zappers are things that are distracting you, and they're detracting you from making sure that you meet your mission or your goal. One example would be, let's say you're at a live event, and a lot of times there's like main stage, everybody's in there, and then they have breakouts. So you go to a breakout. How many times have you been sitting in a breakout session and go, oh crap, the title was good, the headline was good, but it's not living up. This is not something I can use. I don't really want to get up. I'm wondering if the guy's going to be offended, the guy or gal, or people are going to have move so I can get out. Get up, move, and go to another breakout session. You shouldn't sit there if it's not bringing you benefit. And the other thing is, let's say there's 3 breakouts and none of them have anything to do with your business. You're pretty sure there's nothing you can learn, not necessarily anybody to meet. I will often go back to my room and I'll sit there and work. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll take a 10-minute power nap so I can keep going. But I am monitoring that limited amount of time from the time I get up to the time I go to bed at that live event, and I'm going to make sure I am firing on all cylinders. So be aware of time zappers. One other time zapper, by the way, something that's probably going to sound a little bit harsh. Sometimes you'll find yourselves in these little groups. You'll meet somebody will come up, and now you're sitting there or standing outside the hall with 6 or 4 or 10 people, doesn't matter. And maybe it might turn into a little bit of a, pardon my expression, bitch session, or, oh, this sucks, or the economy's bad. Yeah, how about you? I don't know. Really, if you find yourself within a negative group, eject, eject, eject. Sometimes you'll find yourself one-on-one talking with somebody. You know in your mind, and you're pretty sure this is not going to go anywhere, this is not going to help me with my business, and there's probably nothing I can do to help them because it's a two-way street. Eject. Be polite. Hey, I got to go. I got to make a quick call. I got to check in, do something, but eject out of those time zapping situations. All right, the next one I'm going to give you is a big one. This is really big. It does take some courage, I'm going to be honest with you. But when they do open mic, when it's time to ask some questions, be aware of when that's going to happen. It's usually in the last, if there's a half an hour presentation, it's going to be the last 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes they'll announce, spot out where the microphones are. Be ready to get in line. Maybe stand in line before they even call on you or something like that. But usually there's a limited number of people that can ask questions. You want to ask a question and state your name and your company name. My daughter, Jessica Rhodes, founder of InterviewConnections.com, I taught this strategy to her, and she has used it to her benefit greatly. She's even been on camera. It's now on DVDs. They have her on websites. So she would, hey, I'm Jessica Rhodes from InterviewConnections.com, and then she asks a question, and of course people are like, Interview Connections? Oh, that's cool. I got to go meet her. That's the power of that. So not only do you get to introduce yourself to the whole world, now don't get up there and give your half an hour commercial. Just say your name and your company name, and then ask a good question, and you're going to get a ton of mileage out of that. All right, those are the first 5 of my 10 profit boosting strategies for attending live events. Come back this time next week, because part 2 of this series, I'm going to give you 6 through 10, and there are some ones that you're going to want to know. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tease you. There are 5 more profit boosting strategies for attending live events that are going to help you boost the profits of your business. But for now, I want you to be sure that you check out Stick Like Glue Radio, because why? That's my podcast dedicated to helping you create an everlasting bond with your customers so they stay longer, spend more, and refer more. All great things in your business. As I said, as I'm recording this, we are 3 weeks away from my Dream Business Academy in San Diego. It is a live event not to be missed. Excuse me, but you are going to miss it because there's only 8 seats left as I'm doing this. You want to grab one of those seats. This is a live event which is very focused. It's a pitch-free zone. This is 100% content from me and 5 other faculty speakers. Nobody's pitching, but we're delivering you some honest-to-goodness dream business building content. It will be life-changing for you. So go to dreambizacademy.com, dreambizacademy.com. Get one of the last seats there before the day's out. Do something nice for somebody. One random act of kindness at a time by everybody, including you. Just make somebody smile. Put somebody in your room, in your office, where you work, where you shop for groceries, where you're getting gas, wherever it is. Just say something nice to somebody. Make them smile. Everybody makes somebody smile. It's going to be the world's going to be a much nicer place. I think that is it. I am a little harried today, but we got it done. This is episode 1 of my top 10 profit boosting secrets for maximizing the profitability of live events. My name is Jim Palmer. I'm the newsletter guru always, and I'm also your dream business coach. Why? Because I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. Come back next week, this time for another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV, part 2 of this series. And until then, you take good care.